Hi, my name is Tim Clolinger. I am a senior United States Probation Officer, mental health specialist with the United States Probation Department in the Eastern District of Michigan. I'd like to welcome you to the virtual exhibit for the Missing and Murdered Indigenous Women and Girls. Indigenous women in the United States have some of the highest rates of violence in the country. Thousands of Indigenous women have gone unrecognized, unprotected, and have essentially been forgotten. More than 4 out of 5 Native women have experienced violence in their lifetime, and more than 1 of 2 have experienced sexual violence. In some tribal communities, Native women are at risk of violence more than 10 times the national average, and Native children exposed to violence are 3 times more likely to suffer from post-traumatic stress disorder in their lifetime. Murder is the 3rd leading cause of death among Native American women. Populations that experience chronic unemployment, homelessness, substance abuse, violence, sexual assault, they are also at a higher risk for human trafficking. So what is being done, or what can we do to address this terrible epidemic? We can work on a focus of education and creating a safe community that is aligned against predatory violence against Native American women and girls, as well as expanding on the resources available to Native American girls and their families. In the fall of 2019, Operation Lady Justice was initiated to address the dilemma of missing and murdered Indigenous women and girls within the United States. It creates the opening of cold case offices around the country to investigate and reopen cases that involve missing and murdered Indigenous women and girls. Within the state of Michigan, there has been a missing and murdered Indigenous persons coordinator appointed to address some of the outstanding issues that have plagued Native American women and girls. Appointed by the Department of Justice, this will allow him to coordinate with local law enforcement agencies to address this dilemma and to conduct outreach with tribal agencies to address issues that have gone unattended too long. This will allow the Missing and Murdered Indigenous Persons Coordinator to coordinate with local agencies to understand what has happened in the tragic past and to develop protocols to address the issues of data collection and to help the victims and families of missing and murdered Indigenous women and girls. It is also important to note that there are 2 bills before our legislature today. H.R. 2733, Savannah's Act, as well as H.R. 2348, the Non-Indivisible Act of 2019. It is important that you contact your congressperson or senator to let them know the importance of these bills. Remember that more than 95% of the missing and murdered Indigenous women and girls are not reported in the national media. So what can we do moving forward? We need to bring attention to this epidemic. We need to look out for each other. Your voice is important. Remember, you have within you the power to change the world. Something as simple as tweeting hashtag MMIWG can reach a multitude of people. So please do your part and use your voice.